Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Auphanim. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate that. And if you could, please click that like button, turn it into a rocket, and send it to the moon. Also, don't forget to get yourself some Auphanim NFTs. I just released some of my absolute best work. I went deep into my art portfolio and I pulled out my absolute best work. I just posted it. And I would love for you to have one of these. Now, these are very rare because I only put one out of each and only one person will own them in the entire world. All right, this is some of my best work and I would love for you to have them. Also, I want to give a shout out to my subscribers. I have the absolute best subscribers on the planet. And also, I like to point out another NFT project that you might want to check out, and it's none other than Algo Babushkas. And if Algo Babushkas, it really piques your interest, make sure you grab one of those. But also check out, if you're into Twitter Spaces and you want to know more about NFTs, check out Angel's a guest list. So now we'll start here with Ripple XRP news. This is from Ripple.com. Money Match and Ripple make it cheaper and faster for Malaysian SMEs to pay global suppliers. Goal: to provide SMEs, which is small and medium-sized businesses, to provide SMEs and individuals in Malaysia with an alternative to the high transfer fees. Everybody hates those high fees. That's like one of the reasons I'm telling you the banking coins are going to dominate. Nobody wants these large fees anymore. That system is dying, and we're going to scoop up not only all of the money that they're leaving behind, we're going to scoop up all of the money they couldn't even access. Think about that for a moment. Think about that. We're going to scoop up all of the money. At least we're going to try really hard. We're going out there with our spear. We're going out there with our sword, and we're going to fight for it. But we're going to scoop up all of that money we intend to that they're going to leave on the table because nobody wants to be a part of the legacy system anymore. In addition to the money they could not even access. We're going to get into some numbers later that's going to just blow your mind. Yeah, we did some research and these numbers are so delicious. You might start drooling on your keyboard, on your phone, on your remote control. I didn't forget about you TV people out there. So stay tuned for those numbers towards the end of the video, or you could just jump there through the chapters. Let's continue on here. Solution: being part of RippleNet connects Money Match with the financial institutions and payment providers across the world. RippleNet's standardized integrations process has helped the company reduce global transfer costs by as much as 40%. It's going to be a lot more in the future as Ripple improves. And I know there's going to be upgrades. I know they're going to increase on efficiency. That number is only going to increase. Mark my words, but let's continue on here. Has helped the company reduce global transfer costs by as much as 40% and provide customers with same-day settlements. XRP continues to dominate. They have a little bit more here. It's very interesting. You scroll down. This is on Ripple.com customer case study, okay? Money Match, a Malaysia incorporated fintech company focused on delivering a more efficient cross-border payment service by providing same-day low-cost global payments to both SMEs and individuals. So they reiterate that. But what's interesting here, they have 120 plus are the number of countries where Money Match customers send money. 120 plus. This shows you the network that XRP is involved in. It is massive. The potentiality is through the roof. XRP, Algorand, XLM, Hedera. My goodness, the potentiality for the possibility of parabolic runs. Skies cannot be the limit. So let's continue on here. They have a little bit more. 40% reduction in cross-border payment cost since joining Ripple. Didn't I just say that? That's just since joining Ripple. That's not what's to come in the future when you have so many innovative minds, and Ripple's bringing in the most brilliant minds that they can find that are accessible in the world, because a lot of brilliant minds are getting snatched up here and there by different companies, of course. Also, not just business company, a lot of scientific entities require brilliant minds. So, you know, there's a little bit of a battle right now as innovation in all of these different sectors is increasing at a rapid pace. Muy rápido. But also they have 1.3 billion, the amount of Malaysian ringgit transferred securely on Money Match. So there is high volume that's going to be coming through this corridor. A high volume. Just wait until you're seeing something like that moving across across XRP, across across RippleNet. Now, of course, this is just one. This is just one corridor. Keep in mind how many banks and large business institutions Ripple has signed up when they're, as Brad Garlinghouse puts it, ready to flip the switch. My goodness, if it's indeed how he indicates it, flipping the switch, I don't think a lot of people are ready. Holding any XRP is good. It doesn't matter how much. In my humble opinion, it's not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. But holding any XRP, any Algorand, any Hbar, any XLM, in my humble opinion, is healthy for you. Very, very healthy, in my opinion. So we have more XRP news. It begins here. Crypto Climate Accord. This was posted on Ripple.com, and it goes as such. The industry has a choice to make. Will we continue down an unsustainable path, or can we work together and reduce our collective environmental impact? Last year, we partnered with Energy Web. Noti Crypto was talking about this. If you want to know more about Energy Web, go check out Noti Crypto's channel. This is something he's been covering, and he's the first person I heard talk about this. But they're doing something with Energy Web, and from what I understand, to make Bitcoin a little bit greener. We'll see how that plays out. Let's continue on here. Last year, we partnered with Energy Web and the Rocky Mountain Institute to decarbonize public blockchains, starting with the XRP ledger, the first major global blockchain to do so. As a company, Ripple also pledged to achieve carbon net zero by 2030 or sooner. That's what I thought, because I'm like, XRP is very, very green. So in my mind, as I'm reading this, I'm thinking to myself, are they trying to go carbon negative like Algorand or Hbar? It seems that is the case. My goodness, XRP is becoming such a juggernaut. It's closing up all the holes that were in their system. Anything that anybody could say that was negative about XRP, save for the whole fabricated decentralization issue or centralization issue, which is highly debatable. Save for that, they've been closing up everything that could be perceived as a negative and becoming just an immortal in the crypto banking coin sphere. It's scary to see how good XRP and XRPL is becoming, actually. But there's a little bit more that they can do. We're going to keep our eyes open and ears open for catalysts and developments, and we'll see what is to come. They have a lot more to come, a lot more, and it's going to be very, very exciting. But let's continue on here. 2030 or sooner. Today, we're excited to announce the next step in Ripple's sustainability journey, our commitment to the Crypto Climate Accord, a new initiative organized by EWRMI and the Alliance for Innovation Regulation to make the cryptocurrency industry 100% renewable. Listen, you know how many meetings Ripple has sat in pushing this idea and coming into agreements with large business institutions and banks. And it seems, going by their own words, the IMF, International Monetary Fund, the Bank of International Settlements, the European Central Bank, and the World Bank are all on the same page as Ripple. So when all of these powerful entities, and Ripple has to be considered a powerful entity at this point with so many banks that they have deals with, partnerships with, okay, for lack of a better word, with all of these entities on one accord, with one message, you have to understand that this is coming and the wave is building. It's building. And so the time is ticking when it comes to other non-green blockchains like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, as I said before, it seems that people are working on something to make Bitcoin possibly greener. I don't know about Ethereum, but they have a limited amount of time to get it done. If they can get it done, that's great, because then their people can continue to make money off of them. So now this is very interesting. Here we have an article on U.Today. Okay, and it's titled Ripple's XRP sales balloon to $717 million in Q4. Ripple's XRP sales have recorded a 46% quarter-to-quarter increase, according to the company's recently published Q4 report, notably sales attributed to on-demand liquidity customers. Ooh, I told you that on-demand liquidity is undeniable. They can't. It's too delicious. They want a piece of that. This is why I anticipate one of the hardest and longest parabolic runs for any of the banking coins will happen with XRP, in my humble opinion. It's going to literally, in my opinion, take off like a rocket. Let me read that again. Notably, which means they're highlighting this, sales attributed to on-demand liquidity customers surpassed $1 billion in the fourth quarter. Increased interest. You know what that means? This is happening while they're having a case going on. But you know what that means? That means that banks and large business institutions are drooling, salivating so much over it, they can't even help themselves. They have to buy while the case is going on. They're taking a chance and risk because they're saying we got to get in on this early. Think about that for a minute and imagine what's going to happen if and when the case with the SEC is over. Imagine. There's going to be a race, in my humble opinion. There's going to be a race and they are going to be buying up all the XRP that they possibly can. It's just logical. They can barely keep their hands off of it right now. Muy linda, mi gente. That price is going to raise it tall. I really wonder how many people out there do a Raisito with me. That would be epic. We all do Raisito at the same time. The company hasn't conducted any programmatic sales since the fourth quarter in 2019, which means it didn't sell any XRP tokens to exchanges during the fourth quarter. Overall, Ripple sold a total of $717 million in Q4 compared to $491 million in Q3. That's very good growth. 491 in fourth quarter. 491 in Q3, 717 million in Q4. That's pretty exponential growth, and that's very healthy. As I iterated before, imagine what happens when this case is over. You see how much that went up and how fast that went up, okay? Now, just imagine when the case is over, how much more access they're going to have, how much more they're going to be buying all the XRP in sight. And what does it do to that price? So now we have some Algorand news here. This is posted on ABB FIA Formula E World Championship. So they just had one of their championships going on, and the tweet goes as such: congratulations to Edo Mortada, our vice champion is the winner of round 2. But here's the interesting part. The Algorand driver placed second, has Algorand on his chest. And it's very clear in this picture that they took of the champions. This is one of the best advertisements you could ever have, because the fans of racing, I know because I'm a fan of a lot of the Formula 1 and supercar and hypercar racing. I watch it all of the time. The fans are glued to those screens when the races are happening, when the trophies are being handed out, when pictures are being taken, and we're reading all of the sponsorships on the cars, on the guys' suits. A lot of people are going to say, what is this Algorand? They're going to research it, look it up. It's easy to search for things on your phone, and it's right there. That is great advertisement. Their marketing department is second to none. Kelly Callahan, as I said, if you're not following Kelly Callahan on Twitter, you better. She's one of the absolute most genius marketers on the planet right now. Doing a great job. That's all I can say. Let's continue on here. So we have some more developments with Algorand. I was doing a search. I found this PDF, and it's from bcb.gov.br. So I'm assuming that this is Brazil's governmental website. And there's a portion on page 5, and it reads as such: implementation of program contracts in Brazil, the limitations of CBDC on distributed ledgers. And it has some bullet points here, but I just want to read a few of these, okay? Bear with me. Validation on decentralized distributed ledgers does not scale up easily. Well, that depends on which ledgers you're talking about, but we're going to get into that because they actually answer this statement in their next bullet point, right? So when they're talking about doesn't scale up easily, I think they're talking about like Ethereum, Bitcoin, and such, right? Because then you have this second bullet point. Second bullet point. Solutions include better algorithms. This is the solution to the first bullet point. Solutions include better algorithms, e.g. Federated Byzantine, Algorand, etc. Oh, Algorand, if Algorand lands a CBDC, I told you, if Algorand lands a CBDC, imagine what that price is going to be. You saw what it did off a retail movement, did you not? $2 with $2.18, all the way up from like 42 cents, 46 cents, 52, then 56 cents consolidation. That's around the time we start covering it on the channel. Massive parabolic run to $2.18. Holders of Algorand, we're sitting pretty, making a lot of money. Just imagine what happens if it lands a CBDC, and here we are reading a CBDC paper about Brazil, and I believe it was written by somebody from MIT. Let me scroll up here. Robert Townsend, Elizabeth and James Killian, professor of economics at MIT. So take this seriously. This was written by MIT. Let's scroll back down to page 5. So solutions include, but get this last part, this is hilarious. Solutions include better algorithms, e.g. Federated Byzantine, Algorand, etc. Not Ethereum. Not shots fired, not Ethereum. I told you. So now you see that Auphanim as well as MIT are on the same page. Ethereum should not be used for CBDC. It shouldn't. Consensus, I must apologize. It is just, Ethereum is not built for CBDCs. It's just not. You have MIT corroborating what I've been saying for months. I told you this. Let me read that again. Solutions include better algorithms, Federated Byzantine, Algorand, etc. Not Ethereum. Get them, MIT. Put your fist up and you stand on your square. You swing, okay? Okay. Next bullet point. Or trusted centralized party running the ledgers, including partitioned ledgers, as with Corda. Who's working with Corda? Data storage and calls on the data. Scaling problem for transactions processing if not done correctly, potential solutions if the code itself or as hybrids of off-chain. So it's a very, very interesting PDF here. I definitely will post this in the community section members only tab, so you guys can give this a read over. It's definitely very interesting, and a lot of good information was found in here. So the other day we covered Reveal, who is now working with Hbar, and there's a little article here on revealtechnology.medium.com, and it goes as such. There are several types of attacks that we are attempting to prevent when it comes to digital counterfeiting and fraud of copyright media files, such as collectibles, NFTs, certified digital documents or IDs, social media posts, and stock photos / videos, to name a few. This company, Reveal, is going to be extremely impactful to all of the ecosystems that are being built and put together on Hedera. This is amazing. This is a great development. You want somebody hunting out there to make sure that your system is not attacked in any possible way whatsoever. You want to offer the absolute best product, and you need the absolute best security. Now, while Hedera is extremely secure, extremely, probably the most secure, right next to Algorand, in my humble opinion, just my opinion. But you want something like this as well to give. This brings a feeling of security to artists, visual artists, musicians. It also brings a sense of security to business institutions, CEOs, and entities of that nature. You definitely want this. This is amazing. Let's read just a little bit more. These attacks range from simple screenshots to the creation of fake posts / listings. We've seen that, my goodness. The removal of copyrights / watermarks, and the modification of secure embedded data for digital ID certificates or tickets, among other things. This is very, very good. I didn't know some of that information. And if they're able to remedy that, whew, this is a very good addition to the Hedera ecosystem. Hedera is going to take off. It's looking very, very good. Every day there's something interesting happening with them. It's actually quite fun following all of the different developments of Hedera. So now I would like to just bring to you the numbers that they're talking about on Statista.com. All right, I'll post this link in the members only section of the community tab as well, so you can take a look at this stuff yourself. It says the value of B2B, B2C, C2B, and C2C cross-border payments worldwide from 2016 to 2020 with forecasts for 2021 and 2022. Highly significant. So now we can get an idea of where all of this is going. Where is it going to be? How much is everything going to be worth as total value in the next 4 to 5 years? Because that's about the, I believe, the time frame that we're looking at for infrastructures and CBDCs to be rolled out. JP Morgan, I believe, said 2 to 3 years. That's, I don't know about that, but this is what they're saying, 2 to 3 years in their PDF document. But the Bank of International Settlements was saying more like 3 to 5 years. I think that's more reasonable. I agree. I tend to lean that way a little bit more, 3 to 5 years, but we'll see. Of course, I expect multiple parabolic runs and large amounts of capital to be flowing in this ecosystem to only be to continue to grow over the next 10 to 15 years. The reason I say 10 to 15 years, I think that's how long we're going to expect exponential growth in a lot of these developing economies that the banking coins are planting roots in. There's so many things to look at, so many dynamics. Because with that, I'm looking at the P2P markets, right? Person-to-person cross-border remittances, but then you have to take into account B2B cross-border remittances. What's that at? 75 trillion. That's where they estimated it is around at this particular time, and it's only going to grow. So we're taking all of that into account. So that's the P2P. Then we have the B2B, which is the biggest when it comes to cross-border remittances. And then, of course, we have to always take account of the banks. The banks, never forget that. The banks and how much they're going to have possibly flowing through the banking coins. And who knows how much that's going to be, how much market we're going to be able to take. But at the same time, intra-bank payments, if we can get anything, intra-bank payments, keep in mind, $400,000 on average, the average intra-bank payment. That's significant. So whatever the banking coins get, the prices are not going to stay where they are right now. That's not going to happen. They will go up. And that's the beauty of holding utility coins, knowing that they're going to be needed and understanding that if they are indeed utilized how they're supposed to be and everything goes according to plan, that price is going to go up. Makes them very, very safe holds and very delicious. But let's get to these numbers here. Okay, so in 2022, and this is in trillions of US dollars, we have the B2B at $150.7 trillion. So when I say trillions will flow, that is not an exaggeration. It is a possibility, and I'm going on potentiality. We only need to take a piece of that. Imagine if we got a large chunk of it, but we only need a modicum of that. That's it. We just need a modicum of that. $150.7 trillion. Okay, then we have C to B is at $2.8 trillion. We have B to C, so C is corporation. B to C, we have 1.6 trillion, and then we have C to C at 0.8 trillion. These are significant numbers. We're going to dominate. Algorand is going to dominate. It's poised for domination. XRP is poised for absolute domination. I am loving the banking coins. Like I said, holding anything at all. It doesn't, whatever it is that you're holding, if you're holding that, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not telling you to continue to hold it. I'm not telling you that at all. You do what you have to do to survive. All right. And this channel is always going to be here. There are going to be multiple parabolic runs. I don't think anybody's going to get left out who's a part of the banking coin family. Is that if they do what they're supposed to do and they know when to get in, they know what catalysts are what, and when there's going to be a parabolic run, there's going to be a multitude of parabolic runs, then corrections. People are going to be selling. I'm telling you, people are going to sell, and they're going to sell quickly also. Understand that. It's quite easy now for people who are holding a ton of banking coins. And a lot of people are mixed. So they have a lot of Hedera, a lot of Hbar, Hedera and Hbar. They have a lot of Hbar, a lot of XRP, XLM, Algorand. They're sort of diversified. They're going to sell quick because they're going to make a lot of money very quickly. They don't want to lose their gains. And so there's going to be corrections and dips in case somebody had to get back in. This is a matter of keeping your eyes open of when you can get back in. Let's say you only had a few coins, or you have to sell coins or something like that. Whatever you have to do, you do what's best for you. But there's going to be corrections and dips because people are going to sell. They want that money. And you just have to know when to get in. But holding anything, in my opinion, is good because that price is going to go up, in my humble opinion. So there's no guarantees, but we're not here for guarantees, right? We're here because we research. We're here because we're looking for the catalyst. We have foresight. We understand conditions, cause, and effect. There is no fate but what we make for ourselves, and that's what we're doing here. We're the hunters, we're the warriors, we're the strong. And so we're going to make the decisions that we have to make as the strong, both for survival, do what you have to do to survive. And also, we're going to do what we have to do to win. And we are going to win. There is no one. The banking system can't defeat us. The business institutions, the legacy system can't defeat us. You see how the banking system is submitting. They fought back hard in the beginning, didn't they? Now they have to integrate. We are going to take this victory. We're going to win, period. We're going to dominate. Future's looking bright. Had to loosen up my shoulders. Crypto is a fight, and I'm ready to fight. Got my guard up. I'm ready. Jab. I'm jabbing all day, looking for research, jabbing. We are the strong. Every single one of you out there are the strong, the warriors. We're few, but we are powerful. It's my humble opinion. Don't have to agree. You don't have to agree. It's just my humble opinion. But we are lions. They will never forget us. We live forever through the actions we are taking right now. We live forever. All you NFT artists out there, you're going to live forever. You're so early and you're doing a great job. All of you banking coin holders, just my humble opinion, you're going to live forever. They will never forget us. We are making an impact right now. The world will never be the same. We're just a tiny community. World will never be the same. What we do now, I hate to take a quote from someone else, but what we do now is going to echo in eternity. You're a part of something amazing. And I'm happy to be here on your team, watching it all go down. And believe me, I'm going to see it all right to the very end. I'm either coming back with my shield or I'm coming back on my shield. Simple as that. Auphanim is a warrior. Muy linda, mi gente. So anyway, now that you have the information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, let's get to the money.